we talked before about the cinematic nature of things. This feels like it should be the Planet of the Apes TV show. It has no moments that tell me visually what's happening, how things are transpiring. It is just bam, let's go.
I needed a piece of the ape city in this shot, whether even if it was just a cart or something.
Yeah.
Because we cut to this moment of them walking up behind bushes. They all just took a dump. I mean, I have no idea where they just came from. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I have no idea what they're, if they're about to start the journey, I don't need an extensive city shot with lots of people.
No.
Just throw a prop in there so that I know they're walking away from a city or something, as opposed to just coming out from behind some bushes. It was sudden.
It is sudden. And I think that even if you don't, all you had to do was that city construct that we saw at the first of it. Get a shot through those trees and whatnot, the sun in the morning, and them walking towards it. Anything like that, then before that would have made this moment actually work. It's just so incredibly abrupt.
Can we talk about the one line that really makes me not understand what the timeline of this movie is supposed to actually be?
Which is?
Whenever they're leaving, and one of the apes says, "Hey, when I was a boy, he was my teacher." So Mandemus is old, and that means he taught an ape when they were young.
Right.
And they're now both grown up and they're old. How long have they been in this time frame? How long has it been since the bomb exploded and apes have gotten smarter, but Caesar hasn't really aged, but he has a kid? How old is the kid? So is it...
Okay, well,
how long have apes been smart enough to teach other apes as they're growing up?
Right. So let's say Caesar is 50.
And he's got a 10-year-old.
And Mandemus is 70. Mandemus is 70. And Virgil is 30. You could kind of make that happen.
It could be like his college teacher.
But I do agree that when I was a boy, he was my teacher would imply that Caesar is 200 years old at this point.
Yeah, I mean, just how long is this? And then McDonald, I mean, he is looking roughly the same age as his contemporary was, 10 years ago plus when the war happened, because we know it's more than 10 years because Caesar's got a kid.
I mean, it is a flaw in the time frame of Caesar and, Lisa now fully talking. We don't know how much time has passed. And, if Mandemus was 50 when he was freed from the city by Caesar and Virgil was 10 when that happened, and the 20 years that advanced to make Caesar 50, Virgil would now be 30 and Mandemus would be 70. And so we taught, I'm just trying to math
but McDonald
this out.
should be in his 50s as well.
He should be in his 50s as well. Yeah. If we were going with that kind of that scenario. Yeah. And then Lisa and Caesar didn't have a child until they were 40.
Yeah.
So this film we've talked about numerous times is the first of the franchise type that tried to tell an ongoing story. You had James Bond, but effectively every James Bond film of those
it's
early
an episodic one.
Yeah, it's just another one. Yeah, there's reference to what's transpired before, but it's not really. It's not like the Daniel Craig now, where it's a story like this. This, what you're talking about here, you're 100% both 100% both spot on. But let's think about Paul Dane turns in a script. He gets sick. His script is all but rejected because it's a continuation of the darkness of the previous one. They did not want to make another dark film. They bring in the Corrington husband and wife team, and that feels like maybe where this stumble occurs because they've not built a Bible that says here's how you have to think of these kind of things. Let's look at how successful Marvel is with their films. How do you say Paul? What's his name? The lead of Marvel.
Feige.
Is it Feige?
Kevin Feige.
Is it Kevin? Okay,
yeah,
my bad. I'm not the Marvel guy. Kevin Feige. He makes this wonderful universe where we pepper in little bits and it tells this overarching story. He constructs that. We look at how much, we're going to talk about the Snyder Cut, how much they've stumbled just trying to jump there. You go back and look at this, there's no wonder that they don't have inaccuracies like this where it doesn't make any sense. how this person can be this teacher, be it the apes have not had the intelligence to teach each other. That's the biggest thing. That's what hit me. I was like, well, they only kind of recently decided to become smart. And
they're like one generation away from being evolved.
Right. I don't mind that Virgil has reverence for him. I think that he could have. I hope that. So McDonald says is smart as a razor, and Virgil could say, "I hope that when I reach his age, that I'm the same." You could do that.
I'm half as smart as him.
Yeah, you don't have to do the teacher shit, and it's just
no. Yeah, the I like the interaction with the characters.
Yeah,
but he may be old, but he has a mind like a razor. When I was a boy, he was my teacher. That's even just a throwaway. Like, it's just it's just sloppy.
It is sloppy.
Well, and then it's not a true Planet of the Apes movie unless we have a long montage journey scene.
Well, that's Friday, right?
Yeah. Well,
no, they're just starting off right now.
We get the start.
They're on the march. They're cresting a hill.
I have the note for tomorrow, Sean, that calls back to you and you hating how much walking there was in the first film. Before Richard joined us and helped us talk about things more than we did, and all we did was talk about walking shots and walking shots and walking shots. So with that tease, why don't we call this one a wrap?
Well, hang on real quick. So they're going to go on a 3-day journey, and they each only have one canteen, and McDonald's got a backpack. I refuse to believe that has anywhere close to 3 days worth of food. So they're just like going on blind luck that they're going to have supplies as they go.
And they're going to find rabbits.
And berries and nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, my. All right. There it is. We set them off going for the dead city. They don't have the provisions they need. The sun never rises. What will they do? We'll be back tomorrow to find out. So everybody, have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.